It's me one time. Happy Sunday. Y'all, I've been waiting to show you this. It's beautiful. Yes. Me and my guitar. Teardrops on my guitar. No teardrops today, though. No teardrops today. Only love. All love. Y'all, hold on. Let me shout the live real quick. If you're new here, y'all, drop a like, drop a sub. We are almost to our goal of 100 subs. One more subscriber, and we'll hit our goal of 100 subs, bro. One more. One more. Yes. All right, hold up. Let me share. We're here. We are here. Yes. Y'all, I forgot my sunglasses. But okay, this is our last stream in Austin before we head out on our journey for season two. For season two, the Juan fam has been in season one, bro. We've been in season one for the last year. Now season two is ready to kick off. We've had the pre-season cursor. This whole journey was a pre-season two cursor, but we're fully heading into season two now. Okay, the chapter is beginning. We are ready to rock and roll, starting off with our guitar. Period. I wanted to show y'all the skyline. The last time we're gonna see the Austin skyline on the freaking Bat Bridge that we never got to see the bats, bro. We're taking a walk down at South Congress. This is where we started the journey, and this is where we're gonna end it. Yeah, they stay smoking that saw out here, bro. All right, I just saw that cute little bench though. One of the art pieces of art. Yes. It's like a octopus bench. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all, we are going down South Congress in Austin, Texas, one of the main tourist streets. I just wanted to run down with y'all like everything, the places I've been and what I've experienced in the last month of being here. And because I feel like I've experienced so much, I don't even know how to keep it all together. Like, because I've been to nature spots, I've been to touristy spots, matcha spots. Like, I was here for the music, like South by Southwest. Like, I've been to different spots where the locals go and gatekeep. I was a local, okay? I was a local. I got in with the locals and I found out shit and I found out social media pages and that led me to other places and kept me in the know. And that's pretty much the plan, to continue rolling with that. And like what I couldn't figure out, I would, like through people, that's when I would utilize the AI, like free places to park. You know what? Let me not share too much because they might start changing stuff. But literally, I, but literally, oh yeah, we are almost to our goal of 100 subs, y'all. We are almost to our goal of 100 subs. One more sub. Y'all hit that sub button. One more sub and we'll hit our goal. A period. We will hit our goal. I'm so happy. Look, it's taken us a minute, but oh yeah, I shared my first rap with y'all too. I shared my first rap. I've been sharing my poetry and story times with y'all, but first official rap of mine I shared. So y'all go listen to that and let me know what you think. And let me know if you want to hear more. But either way, you're going to hear more. Okay? And that is the goal too as we continue on this journey to Outs, California. Okay? As we continue this journey, traveling through the towns on our self exploration and spiritual journey and adventuring. Gonna continue writing, continue exploring, and y'all are gonna be with me for the journey along the way. Hey, what up? 333, yes. But y'all are going to continue to be with me along the way. So if you are part of the Juan Fam community, you are tapped in. I go live here on YouTube and over on TikTok. So if y'all are rocking with me, y'all can tap in through the IG group chat, the Discord. All my links are in the link tree, and I have the same user on all platforms. Wonton. Yes. Low key. That was cool. They got cute art. Hold on. Low key, I would always see people running on this track in the evenings, and it made me miss the track that I ran on all those 5K runs, hunty, when we were in the grind time. Okay. Yep. But um middle school. Right, yeah. I don't know. This one looks smaller to me though. But anyways, so we are in our last day here in Austin, Texas on South Congress Ave, the main attraction, one of the main attractions, most touristy spots here. This is where the Bat Bridge is, leads into downtown. They got the famous boot store here that the Impractical Jokers went to, Allen Boots. Um, this honestly though was my favorite because this crystal pop-up shop that came here. I did not expect it that day. And it was like when South by ended, right the day of the Krayshawn, the day I went to the Krayshawn concert and the spring break bash at Hotel Vegas. Check that out on my Insta. But it was a pop-up crystal shop and I put some cool stories on my Instagram. Oh cool, on the double decker buses. Hey, I didn't even see those until today. Hey, what up, bro? I feel like everybody's like so asleep these days. Like, where's the energy? Where's the life? Live, live. Yeah, you know? Oh, shout out to India. This is Austin, Texas. We are in downtown Austin, Texas. And actually, they have like I was just gonna say they have two Kendra Scott stores on this street. I just saw Dolly Parton's collaboration with Kendra Scott, and the jewelry looked beautiful. It was like the coat of colors from that Bible story, really beautiful. But so they got that, and then they got this ice cream spot here and this good pizza spot. I didn't go to the ice cream spot this time because y'all know I've been trying not to have ice cream like that anymore and to spend the money on it. But there is a good pizza place here called Home Slice, and that's just good. It's good for real. Oh look, yeah. I'm like, yeah. But they got a bunch of stuff like that over here. But my favorite, like I said, was the Crystal pop-up shop. And I didn't expect it. And I went in, super cool dude. He had like a drum bowl and stuff and was doing like, it was kind of like a mini sound bath. And he gave me like my first crystal tuning and like hit the thing and put it over my heart. And it just made my anxiety go away so easy. Hey, it made my anxiety go so easy. I was so like, damn, this is good. It was really nice. Like I didn't expect that too. So it's like that's always the best. Oh, here's the ginger star. And then the yellow rose. Yes. Not the plain Ari. Yes. I forget if you pressed up or not. Usually I just wait for other people to go. That was part of the learning from the locals. But We're learning. We're learning the city life. Okay. Big city gal. City girls up. We stayed up. Okay. Nice. Okay. So since I've been here though, that was very nice. Since I've been here though, I've actually never seen one that looks like that over here. It's like a light blue. Anyways, um, since being here, I came up South by. I filled y'all in on that. We had the South by Southwest. I got to see Christina Aguilera the first night. Christina Xtinovich. So Christina, Calvin Harris, um, and then I got to see Gene Dawson, and I'm like I'm like trying to remember it all. Gene Dawson, and damn, I'm like I can't think right now. I don't even want to say the wrong name. I can't even think. Oh, it'll come to me later. I don't know. But Ty Dolla Sign and Russ and Krayshawn. So I feel like I'm missing one more person too. But I got to see all those different artists. It was freaking amazing. Yeah. And like I had no idea that was gonna happen either. And we got to hear literally I told y'all we got to hear Russ's whole unreleased album yet. And he played it underground for everybody for like 2 hours, like past the point that the bar was open, paid for everybody's drinks and stuff. Like it was just so awesome. And he wasn't even going to do that either. Like he told everybody like, oh, only a certain amount of people, but he saw that we had been waiting out there in the cold and he was like, no, like I'm going to let them in. Like I'm going to do it. He did that, like he did that for his fans and he didn't have to. And it was just amazing. And to be there with other people that really enjoy his music like that, like, yeah. Oh, we're coming up to that pizza place. But and then the Ty Dolla concert too. Like it was so cool getting to see him perform real close like that. Like I'm telling you, those smaller venues and really getting to like connect and hear the music and like see the artists and hear that shit up close was something totally different than just like the big venue experiences. Oh, that bus came back. That's funny, and we're on Elizabeth Street. Queens. Yes. Hey. I don't know about all that. Yeah. Um, it's that pizza place I was talking about though. It's good as shit. One slice. Yep. It was really good. I had a margarita pizza. Mhm. Hey. I'm like, there's nothing really going on. Oh yeah, that's that matcha place I went to too, La La Land. Um, between the magic matcha on here and La La Land, I would say La La Land tastes better, but it was just more bougie. So if you want to go somewhere bougie, definitely go to La La Land. If you want like a grounded, earthy, like a cool T-shirt shit, go to the Magic Matcha. But yes, I told y'all it does give LA. That's why I said, look, we're making step by step out there. Step by step. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yes. Oh my god, do you make this? Wow. I'm like, do you what? I'm like, I don't even know. I love it. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I love your hat too. I'm like, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yo. I can't. Oh my god. This shit is so dope. Wait, hold on. Me shutting over y'all. See, this is the cool shit. Yeah. Stay weird. Yes. Look at the Pokemon shit. Look, look at Matthew McConaughey, bro. No, this is so cool. Wait, yes! Willie! They're the bats! Dude, this is cool. Oh my god. There's so many parts to this. Yeah, live a great story, period. Is that Snoop? Ooh, not me stepping on art. Oh my god. Girl, watch it. Dude, yes. Yes. What the fuck? I love this so much. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Dude, this is the coolest shit ever. Hell yeah. I'm like, your art is amazing. Your art is freaking amazing. It made my whole day. Like, I don't even. Okay, yeah, I screenshotted it. So, okay. Um, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Thank you. I'm like, thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Yeah. I'm like, this literally, yeah. I'm like, this is really amazing. Create. Okay. Wow. Alright. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, it was so great meeting y'all. This is so amazing. Hell yeah. Create. They built a nonprofit for artists. Hell yeah. That is the cool shit. That is the cool shit, bro. Oh yeah. Oh my god. That is okay. Yes. Okay, we came on a good day. We came on a good day. That is the type of shit I wanted to see more of, and I want to see more of. Um, yeah, that is so awesome. I'm not gonna be over that. Like real artists, bro. Real artists, real people connecting with shit, like making. Oh, that's so awesome. Yes, that literally. I don't even know. That was one of my favorite since being here. So I expected to see more artists like that and more weirdness like that. I guess people had said like since the, like the tech stuff had come into Austin and all that kind of stuff, like it's less artistic and less weird and more like everybody's just more bougie and like, oh, that's nice. But that was cool. That was really cool. Yeah. Yes. Um, so South Congress, Austin, Texas. That is the goal too as we continue moving through out to LA is to find real artistic communities and art like that. High vibrational, intentional, creative, expressive, real shit. Cool shit. Okay. Yeah. Not just the same old boring stuff. Like, okay. Like, yeah. Focus on what is cool. What fills us up and gives us energy and inspiration. Okay. Don't let the other stuff drain you and drag you down. Um, so yeah, when I first got here, the South by Southwest, all those cool ass concerts, seeing those cool artists, like being really in communities and musicians too, because it wasn't even just the artists that I had listened to growing up and like loved hearing, right? And getting to have those cool ass amazing experiences. It was seeing people that were like locals and were people out here grinding and just you know going up and performing in front of their communities that they share their music with, and like whether it was rap or just any type of music. It was really awesome, and getting to see people go and do their thing, it's what inspired me to continue and really step up to that next level and do my own thing. And that's what pushed me to share to write my poetry out here and share that with y'all, and to share that first rap I made. So it was like, if it wasn't, like each step has been part of my journey and has been part of pushing me out there to continue moving in my direction and continue expressing myself. Because where we started, literally where I started in this journey, like, and where I'm at now, you can see the progress and the consistency because we've been streaming and doing content for over a year. Like it's been like 16 months, and I've continued going, and it's continued taking me in new realms and new directions, from creating art and sharing those images and using those to express myself, to streaming, to dancing, to writing poetry, to making music, and now fully owning the fact that I do want to be an artist. And the fact that he was, like, not that you need other artists' validation, but like continuing to meet real artistic people that you can see their talent like that, and that they own it like so openly and they're so comfortable with it, and that they can see that in you and be like he literally said like, oh, you must be an artist too. So it's like that's nice. It takes you out of the lane, like every day, like into where we're really heading and where we're really going. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, me. Yeah. Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot. I love that TikTok too. Which, period. Okay. Um, not big X. I do miss. I do see talking about South by though. It makes me miss like being around music like that and concerts like that because every night it was like concerts and events and music and people that really loved being around that, being in that environment, and that's what got me to stay. Right. So, um, so that's what kept me here in Austin, and then from there, like going to all the different exploration spots. And okay, so obviously, yeah, South Congress. Um, we explored a bit downtown. Um, I got to hit up. I told you about a couple of different matcha spots. Honestly, though, I will tell you there was my favorite one. Hey, okay, my favorite one was a bit further the other way down South Congress, more away from the city part. And it was called Sweet Memes. Sweet Memes, and it was really cute and like really cute decorative like picture touristy spot, and it was actually good, and the people were really nice there. So I honestly recommend that over the other ones, but that's neither here nor there. Um, no, it's valid. I'm like my opinion. Yeah, yeah. Period. And oh yeah, the School of the Deaf. Yes, we love our disabled community. Yes. So those were the matcha spots. This was South Congress. That was South by. Um, what else did the Crystal pop up on South Congress? And they did have other pop ups too. I noticed on South Congress during my time here. But the nature spots. Now we're gonna get into the nature spots, bro. Because I found places that even some of the locals were like, "What? I've never been there. Never heard of it." Because Wonton is gonna find a nature spot. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. So of course, I went to Zilker, and that's where we went to the kite festival that I took y'all there with me. So the kite festival at Zilker was really amazing. I didn't get to stream much after, like, because y'all were with me when I was lost trying to get there, bro, and having a whole crash out. Like, okay, which again, valid. But after I had to turn off my phone because of the battery and shit. So after I got off with y'all and was able to just hang out there for the day, like they had all these cool little food trucks, radio station people, like people chilling, doing yoga, like just barefoot with the kites flying around, families, nice bathrooms set up, water stations, like and everybody was just doing their thing, like having a nice time flying their kites in the grass at the park, bro. Like the whole area was filled up with kites. And yeah, it lasted until sunset and it was really awesome. Just a nice day. And that was one of my high points too, being here. So, and that's one of their biggest festivals that isn't a music festival here. Definitely recommend the Kite Festival. I do. And it was so cool seeing people. Like, I didn't realize, first of all, those kites can get really high up there, dude. Like, there was kites that were flying higher than the planes flying by. No cap. And it was just nice seeing people like play around with it, and they really had techniques with flying their kites. Like, they were jumping around, dodging, running, flying, letting like people were really into it. It was cool. And then seeing all the different ones, like little Disney characters, princesses, dragons. Like the dragons really looked like dragons flying in the sky, like Harry Potter, all that type of, like it was awesome. So we had The Zilker, that wasn't the only time. So the ew, the the kites there, and then I went back and I did a lot of tree climbing there. Not a lot, but I did free climbing and yoga, and I did get a little scrapped up doing that. And then okay, so there's a trail outside of the park, right? And there's bridges going over it because that's where the lake and the creek is. And they got turtles swimming in moss and stuff. And there are people, it says don't jump off the bridge, but people go and they bring their big like bass and sound systems and they jump off and they tie ropes and they do crazy stunts. And I low key, okay, I was going to jump off, bro. I was going to jump off, but I was like I didn't want to torture myself. I was like, I'm not gonna just torture myself to prove a point and say I did something. That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? Like, yes, do what makes you feel alive, but I also love myself enough to, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to force myself to do it. Okay. Not even for a video. It's not that serious. But mind you, it was still cool shit to see. And I like the people doing the rope stuff too, because they were literally doing like real acrobatic, like flips and turns and kicks. It was like some Circus Soleil. Yeah. So it was cool to watch. And we still had like a little mini rave sesh. Um, So that was my time at Zilker, and I did a lot of yoga there. I did a lot of yoga, and this girl did tell me that they had a drum circle there this morning. So we missed the drum circle, but I did do a lot of yoga there and some good grounding. Um, I literally was like doing my yoga there in the grass, like getting down in it, like the dogs, being one in the nature, in the grass, just pretending I'm out in the open savanna plains, hiding in the grass. It was nice. Mount Bonnell. Mount Bonnell was another one. I'd been there before, was different. Um, that's where I did my first y'all when I first got here and told you about the Calvin. And I down the mountain, which I didn't know you could do. Like first went, you know, it was just for like 12 pictures at the top. But like that time I actually hiked down in the mountain. Like got to be like one with the trees. That was nice. Yeah. Um, and then that's where I went back and found a little rock enclave, and they had these cool, I didn't even notice they had like crosses and graffiti. Like they had crosses with verses on there, and they had graffiti written on the steps, and it was really pretty. And it was just nice to go sit and have some time there. And again, be able to stretch and move your body and be one with the rocks overlooking the whole lake stream and hill country. Yeah. So that is definitely, and then of course at sunset, everybody came to take their pictures, and that's where we did some of our pics too. Honestly, bitch, we go in, got our cowgirl boots on, we dressed up, and that is where, honestly, too, that's also where I had my like gay awakening, my gay revelation. That I like might be an overshare. No, that is who I realized that like because it was like this guy, he came later, and that's when it became super obvious I wanted and what I was interested in, and not to play a role or do what's instead of me. So Mount Bonnell, that's real shit. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. um So Zilker, Mount Bonnell. My other favorite monumental point, Camp, and this one was like a secret hidden one, but Camp Craft. Camp Craft. Some call it the Hill of Life, but Camp Craft. Okay, it's like a hidden area. I guess the locals try to gatekeep it there because it's like private. And this guy, like when I first got there, he tried to scare me off. He was like, "They're gonna tow you away. Like I live here." La, 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 la. And then apparently it's like a thing that they like don't want people there and stuff. But let me tell you that it was one of the most beautiful spots, and it wasn't overcrowded or like it was nice. It was private. The hike was beautiful. When I first went on the nature trail, I was going down and people had like whoever's house it was next to, I don't know, their backyard, they had these beautiful wind chimes and it like broke up for me. It broke up all of the energy and the stagnancy and like anxiety that was around me. And then I like descended down into the mountain and it was like you were just literally in the trees, like hiking on a great hike. Um, and then you find your way down into the river and they got waterfalls and rock formations and all the things. And I got to swim in the creek with the mountains around me, with the fishes on a beautiful sunshiny day. People were swinging rope swings and like having, like all around. And it was like just one of the most glorious times. And I was like, bro, I'm in it, literally in a creek swimming with the fishes in the mountains. And, like I could have never been here at this point. I could have never been right here doing this. I could be still stuck in those tiny places of the past, wallowing away in despair. But I was out living, and I still am right this minute. Period. And that's also too where I wrote that first song that I shared with y'all, because that's where inspiration struck me. Because that's where I had a happy breakthrough moment, and that's where inspiration struck me. Yes. So yeah, Mount Bonnell, Campcraft, Zilker Park. I also would say I went to Lost Creek and Bull Creek. Bull Creek was cool. I got to go down that natural water slide and hang out there. Took some TikToks there after spending the day out there in the creek and the little part. The fish were nibbling on my feet there too. Basically, I've learned that these fish, it's like that expensive ass pedicure they do in other countries where they let the fish nibble on your feet and shit. Like the fish do that in the creeks, bro. They do that in the creeks, and it's safe. And honestly, I was like asking the AI, I was like, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna get like, like, is there gonna be some kind of bacteria, flesh mutating infection? And it was like, no, like it's reminding you that you're one with nature. You're not just visiting, but you're a part of the earth and its ecosystem. And that was after I had shared fucking Kesha's Instagram post of her being like, Mother Nature is the divine feminine, or yeah, something like to that effect. And I was like, yes, it's all connected. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Thank you. Hmm. And I had written down here too, outside by the lake, a couple times, out by Lady Bird Lake. Uh, walked the trail out here, the Ann Roy Butler Trail. Oh, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but actually, I think it's Casa de Sol, but it was House of Light. And I got to play guitar and sing out loud there and learn some vocalizing. They also have a matcha place there. Uh, a, like I forget what the store is called, but it's a lady. She has a store or business coffee shop in there that's like all natural stuff. She had that thyroid cancer, um, and she ended up switching to all natural stuff and cleared up with the cancer and opened her own business. And I thought that was pretty freaking amazing because that's literally the shit, like that is everything that we're for. What is this? Oh, it's just a card. But yeah, Um, but that experience at Casa del Sol, because I played the guitar here out and sang out here on the streets too. I sat down in the streets with this guy. He let me play it was a Taylor guitar. I'm learning about the guitars. It was a Taylor. And that's what I got to strum with my fingers. Got callus on my fingers playing it and out here singing and harmonizing. And that's what really just both of these spots out here in Austin, getting to sing out loud for the first time in public spaces and hear my voice and utilize my voice, singing my own songs and my own music, and just seeing how when I'm playing the instrument, I'm not worried about anything else around me and how the noise just goes away. And that was such a beautiful experience. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, Bull Creek, freaking amazing, easy to get to, easy swimming, natural water slide. Apparently there's bass in there that you can fish. They have hiking trails. And then Wild Basin. That's where I streamed with y'all too. I streamed it and I did my poem, read y'all my poem there. That was the me deciding to go on this journey. And that's where I had that inspiration and vision hit to continue my journey on and not stay here, but to keep going. And that was a really pretty spot too, because I told y'all that I'd found out that it was actually protected by a group of women in the 70s that decided to protect it from being housing development. And they saved that land to be public nature spot for people to come and connect to. And they took that action and did that shit. And I think that's amazing. And it's kept up by university students here and whatnot. Yeah, and that's where I had that pivotal moment. And dogs aren't allowed there. And you can really tell, honestly, no hate to the doggos, but you can really tell like the difference in nature not being affected by them. Yeah, I'm so serious. But yeah, there is that. Where I kinda wanna go down and walk close to the water. I did want to. I That is one thing though I didn't get to do here that I did want to do is paddleboard. I wanted to try paddleboarding for the first time. I didn't want to fall in that water though, to be honest. But I have kayaked out here. But I wanted to paddleboard. It's all right though. There'll be other opportunities. Um, the other creek I went to, there was a Lost Creek, Lost Creek, Lost River, Lost Creek. I don't know. That's the one that I was at yesterday. And that was really beautiful. And they had a bunch of swimming spots. There was the front swimming spot under the cliffs and whatnot. And you cross that to get into the nature trail. And you walk down, hike down that. I don't even know how long the hike was. It was like, I don't know. Y'all, I don't pay attention to time and I don't pay attention to distance. I just do it. So but anyways, so then you get to once you go down that hike, you get to the other swimming hole part, and they also had natural waterfalls. And there was like a little slide part. I went down the slide, and it was like these people that I was with, they had built or met there and whatnot. They had built like a little dam to enclose the pool under the falls and the slide. And so I was chilling in like the little private jacuzzi looking pool and did the little natural slide down there. Um, it was real shallow though. It wasn't like the other one at Bull Creek. So that was, but still, it was fun. I love the sweet. I was playing. One of them kept bringing its tennis ball over, and I was playing catch with it. It was cute. But yeah, it was a great time out there. People had brought their music. There were kids with their goggles, like little scuba diving there, and it's just a beautiful day. So yeah, that's also apparently a hidden local spot too. That is seasonal. They only have it a couple months out of the year. So I got lucky. Y'all know we tend to get lucky, just like I got lucky when I got here. When we trust our intuition, our instincts, use our resourcefulness, okay, resiliency, we find shit out and we make shit happen. and we have experiences. Oh yeah. Also, when I first got here, meant to, when I went to the set one night, there wasn't like any set. Like I didn't know who was gonna perform or anything, and I just kind of wandered down. That's when I wandered down here into the downtown part, and that was when I ended up getting into the south. I don't know how to say it correctly, but the St. Paulo house. And they had these amazing Brazilian artists. Oh my gosh, this girl, she was freaking awesome. She was like a pop star for Brazil. And then there was this amazing DJ lady. She was freaking awesome, bro. She brought all the energy and was just a badass. And brought like, she brought the life. It was freaking amazing. It was like I hate to say it, but like, I don't know how else to explain it. She was like a female pit bull. Like, that's what it gave. Like, that type of high energy, great, like, putting that out into the universe. Like, it was fucking awesome. It was like, if I was a DJ, this is the type of shit I would want to bring. This is the type of energy we want to bring to the function. And there was a group. I don't know how to say either. Like, there's just something in Canto. Dijano Canto, and they were great. It was like two girls and a guy, and they just had such great chemistry working together. And I love how they interacted with one another and like I don't want to say perform, but like they were giving a performance, but like with just the way that they shared their music and artistry together as a group was really cool to see. I've never really seen something like that, or maybe I've just never paid attention to the nuances before, like getting to understand now as an artist myself and see that difference rather than just be someone like, like just really getting into it and the artistic choices and decisions. And yeah, it was really awesome. They were just really natural with it. It was beautiful. And yeah, and then there was this cool ass man. Me and him were dancing and vibing. Yeah. Uh, I met these other people. Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah, that was cool. The San Paulo house. Um, yeah. So South by, uh, the trails, couple hidden nature spots. I will say one of my other favorite things when I first got here too, it's on my bucket list in Austin that I always wanted to do. Hippie Hollow, bro. Hippie Hollow. And the clothing is optional. For me, it was just such a pivotal point and like self-confidence and self-empowerment. I didn't choose to get fully nude, but just personal choice. But I did get a little risky, like whatever, like made my own makeshift swimsuit, bitch. And it was just really nice being out there. And it was so beautiful too. It really looked like, because it was Lake Travis, it literally looks like, it felt like I was in Europe or another country. And so that was super beautiful. This cool ass friend out there, like, helped take my pics. And me and him talked about actually Vegas and just different music festivals. And yeah, it was really awesome. Spirituality, it was cool. Um, yeah, people just really running our business out there. It wasn't like there was no one, like, it was great. So that was one of the cool things that I'm glad I went and did too. It wasn't scary or anything like that. It was just a nice time out in the water in my thoughts, meeting some peeps, bucket listing. Yeah. So, and that's by the Oasis. Always recommend the Oasis too, because that's just a really beautiful spot. Um, yeah. I can't think. Um, yeah, just Lake Travis area, of course, Lady Bird Lake, trails out here over on the channel. Had hiked down there. Saw the rowing team. Saw the rowing team doing their rowing on the lake. Okay. Weird. Oh, it feels so good. Mm. Blue Creek, Lost Creek. Where else? Oh yeah, there were some other nature preserves and nature trails that I went to. Uh, Oh, my favorite though. Honestly, okay, this is my favorite that I'm surprised more people don't hype this up. Or maybe they do, but Mayfield Park, because they have peacocks running around there. So it was super pretty, super cool. The garden was beautiful. They had a little meditational rock that I was chilling on. They had like this old school windmill type of thing that looks like it was built back in the Renaissance. Like I don't know how long it's been there, but it was really cool. Lets the imagination go. There were different hiking spots. And when I first got there, I didn't immediately go into the garden area with the peacocks. I went down more towards the lake, um, and climbed in like these rock enclaves and over the trees. And you got to like chill and hide out in the rock enclaves. And that's how I felt. And it was nice. Like not nice, but like just that type of mystical energy. Um, you know, Brujeria. Uh, um, yeah, got to do that. And then I went and saw the peacocks in the garden and kind of did more of the hiking side. So that was really beautiful. And flowers were beautiful. They had a whole area of like different colored, like rainbow flowers. It was beautiful. I went to my first lesbian drag show too at Cheer Up Charlie's here in downtown. Got to see, people dress up and perform for that. Like, took some fire pics there, period. Um, First time I went to, got to explore and go to like a LGBTQ specific event. Um, Yeah, I danced there on the dance floor. Okay, got down. Because one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a nature spot and we're gonna dance. Like we don't play around. Like we're out here, doing it, moving it, grooving it, living it. One of my favorite TikToks was during South by that I made here on the bridge. This man had recorded it for me, and I went and just jumping around like yes, yes. And I also love when I see people out here dancing on the street and shit. Like you really do just gotta shake shit up. Like people are just too complacent. They're too robotic. Like you gotta move with that. You gotta feel that. See that dog filming. Hmm. But yeah, it was a really beautiful time. And you just can't worry about that other shit. You just gotta let it go and be in the vibe and live your life like Brianna and Tia said. Okay. Yeah. Um, I can't remember where else. Uh, where else did we go? Mm, I think I think uh there were a couple of different nature trail reserved hiking areas that I can't really remember the name of, but those were the main points. Um, Definitely South by Kite Festival, um, different music parts. One thing I did love is the different taco stands too, and like the locals, like, like their food that they make and give to people because they have the best energy. Like, it's just cooler than going to the chains because people have, you really get to be part of the community and just down to earth people. Like, like I'd be dancing to the music that they play out there and having a good time and just being that good energy. And it really makes all the difference too. Just being around grounded, down to earth people when you get, too much chaos going around. That's a good way too, besides the nature. But groundedness and people and groundedness in the earth. Mhm. That's what keeps you in who you truly are and what you truly want and not caught up in all the other stuff and negative energy or low vibrations. We stay away from that. Um, because people will try to pull you out of who you are because of their own crap. And that's lame. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yes. You see that people, okay, so on that bridge where people were jumping off and shit, there were people kayaking underneath. And I was like, just picture jumping on, like, onto their boat with them. Like, yes! What's up? Yeah. Like I said, shake shit up. Yeah. Yeah. Um, what else? Oh, I will tell you one really cool. Oh my God, what was it called? I cannot remember what it was called. It was a good ass coffee shop in the city part. And it was really cool. And they sold art there, and they had a library there. Uh, cool people working there. It was cool. It was some cool shit. There was the bridge that was right across from it. And it was in a good spot. It had a good views around it. I can't remember what it was called, but it was freaking awesome. I want to say I don't want to say all the wrong place, bro. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna throw this a cosmic. No, that's not even right. It was like cosmic satire. I feel like I'm just saying that because I also went to a witches market, and that's where I got these earrings, bro, for free. Yeah, my first witches market, and that was the first time I realized like these are all women owned, like self made businesses that come together and they create shit and they come together as a community and run shit. And that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. It's just like, it's another artistic and spiritual community. And I got to go witness that, got some cool earrings. And that was a cool thing I had never been to. That Austin was the first time I'd gotten to go to something like that. So, yeah. How many of pivotal nature spots, musical experiences, spiritual experiences, and just seeing different ways of life and that you can be, you can do whatever you want and be whoever you want to be and continuing to own that. Like, and that is where this journey continues to take us is me, exploring that and stepping more into that myself and seeing where my journey takes me and continuing to share that with y'all and the shit I see, where I go, what I do, and what we figure out together as a community and grow as an artist and as a human. Yes. Yes. Um, I did my goal going forward. So I'm going camping today for the first time, tent camping, for real camping, out an enchanted rock area, and it's a Native American reserve area outside Fredericksburg. So we're gonna explore that for sure. Before heading into San Antonio. And my goal though with going to San Antonio is definitely to get back dancing more. To get back dancing more and living, being part of life and living. And I feel like that was something that I had neglected with everything else going on, and but just being more part of the dancing culture and life. And I know San Antonio has that shit too because they literally like they got the good music. Okay, yeah, yes, bailando, bailar, se habla español. Yes, yeah. So those are the next points, and that was Austin, bro. That was Austin, the city. They Yeah, honestly, just the downsides again are like the bougie people and people that like they just stare and judge and don't really live, like they're just moping around like robots there, and it's like, okay, why do you? But I feel like that's not even just Austin centric. I feel like that's just kind of a thing going on in the world we live in and society we live in now. So there's that, and then honest and like not like it's not homeless people like people like in need. It's the homeless people like the ones that are strung out on drugs in the street that approach young women. Like they don't do it to dudes or men. They do it to women that are alone. Like men and females and males that do it, that are just like strung out around in the streets, and they bother women that are by themselves trying to make them give them money and food and use your phone and take you like just not a good situation. um so yeah, it's like those two extremes were the downsides. I don't know if that's just city life or again the world, but those are the downsides of being here, that um and but the nature, the experiences, the groundedness, the grounded people, the art, the music, those were the things that we looked out for and the upsides, and we love that. Okay, so as we continue to move forward, those are the things we're pursuing, is things that we're passionate about, things that light us up, things that keep us grounded and help us continue to explore what we love and who we are and who we want to become. Yes. Okay. I'm like trying to think if I left anything out. I'm sure it'll come to me later. But um let's see. I'm like, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful Sunday. And now Oh, I would say, okay, Bastrop area. Bastrop area, though, along the Colorado River, the downtown there, the main street downtown there, has some great shops, some great coffee shops. There was this bakery that had just opened that had real authentic the Mexican cookies. I don't know what they're called, but they're like a big thing right now. They were super good. She made them like, I don't know. I don't even know. She was a really good baker and they were really good. Um, and it was real cutesy out there. Uh, but yeah, and also there was some great nature preserve out there that you could go and just you can kayak down the Colorado River, and you can also just chill like in the river. And I met some cool people out there too. Yeah, it was really beautiful. A really nice grounding time in nature. And that was also a spot where I had written um, just these different beautiful nature spots, right? And they got a nice park out there, Fisherman's Park. Yeah, and that's outside, 30 minutes outside of Austin. If you want to get away from like the city and be in a more small town area, beautiful, beautiful time. Yes. The rare moments of quiet and peace. Yes. Yes. Texas. Yes. We love you. Yeah. Thank you. And I want to thank you for giving me the best experience. The time to explore and be and learn a part of me. Oh, yeah. The Violet Crown Nature Trail. Honestly, okay, I didn't even hike all the way down that thing, but I did spend some time out there and hiking, and it started to rain and for a bit, and I had hidden out in this rock enclave like during the rain, and it was super green, and it was like I was in a little rainforest of the rock enclave with the rain falling down around me, and it was and the birds were chirping, and it was so beautiful. Saw red cardinals. It was so gorgeous. And then I had hiked down later. I took some TikToks there and another part of the rock climbing area, and I did some for real rock climbing, all by myself, no zip lines, no ties, like for real rock climbing there. It was a great experience. Yeah. So yeah, lots of nice trees, lots of red cardinals, rock climbing, hiking. That's what I did love about Austin, the nature for real. Yeah. Nice. I did also they have they use a lot of those scooters here. Like I don't even know what they call them. They call them something different here. But they have like whole set aside areas where people can ride on the side of the streets and stuff. And I did ride one of those cars through the streets during South by, and that was so scary. It was scary, but it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Um, yeah, it was fun. And yeah, checking out the different college campuses here. They're beautiful. And the websites, like, really, they got good social media sites here in Austin to plug you in on what's going on too. The When, What, Where Austin, the Dirty Cleanup Crew, that was strictly South by. The Do 512 and the Gay Do 512. Those kept you in on all the events that are going on in Austin, and free events too that you can go to around the area. That was how I got to know about the Kite Festival. And during South by, those Instagram accounts were what kept me. That's how I found out about the Russ thing. Obviously, following him too, but the updates and whatnot, like it was just super awesome. But yeah, that was Austin, Texas, and that was a part of my journey. We didn't get to see the bats this time, but that's okay. I'm sure there'll be other times that we see some bats. Yes. Yes. What? Yeah. I think that about knocked it all out. I think that about knocked it all out. The nightlife, I tried to stay away mostly since y'all know I don't really drink like that. or I don't drink for the last since we literally on this whole journey, you know, me personally, I don't. So it's hard figuring out that energy and stuff. So I just tried to stay away from downtown, except for if I was going to specific events and stuff, and dancing, okay, and for cool shit like the drag show. Um, but yeah, that's where a lot of the aggressive stuff was going on. So finding the other stuff to do was awesome. And that's where those websites and the social media pages come so in handy. So yeah, I don't know if every city will be like people like that. I know that San Antonio has a do 512, or obviously not a 512. That's like visit page, but they have a do like San Antonio and stuff too, and some other cities along the way. So yeah, we'll continue the adventure. This was Austin, Texas. Hey, hey, yes. That's a cool ass boat though. That looks like a little caddy boat. There was a pink one I saw out too before, and it gave Barbie. I was like, yes. But that one's cool. Beautiful light blue. And they got swans here too. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Lady Bird Lake. Yeah. All right, Austin. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. The Juan fam is headed out. Thank you for the journey. The laughs, the tears, the learning, the growing, and the knowing. We head on out. We head on out. And y'all stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. Okay. Y'all sub up. We're again one sub away from our sub goal over here. If you are connected with me on TikTok, that's where I'm going to be streaming during the adventures and stuff between here and TikTok. But yeah, stay tuned in. Our journey begins, and I need y'all's love and support more than ever, bro. We are heading into season 2. We are heading into a new adventure. Yawn continues, and the Yawn fan is ready to ride. I love you guys. Peace, love.